Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
Every day I'm hustling.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and they're taking those punches.
Dazn Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Shannon the champ. With the fake champ. With Tally Vitamin Cusco.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'm a dominate, I'm a dog this fight.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was hands title, he's a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure. He can box. I'm a true champion. I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City. I'm going to step on him. I'm going to crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this. I'm going to crush him. He's a C+ fighter. I'm an A+ fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in because I'm going to dominate. This guy is flat-footed, swing wild. I'm not worried about who his trainer is because his trainer can't get in there and fight for him.
Dazn Productions.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, fight fans, boxing heads, boxing degenerates. We're back for another morning jam-packed with some boxing talk to get you through your commute, whether you're on your way to work, driving on your car, you're riding on your bike in this beautiful weather. I woke up to some rain, but the sun said no. I'm coming on out today. So I have all the energy in the world, and Deontay Wilder continues to dominate the headlines. I was all ready to talk about Andy Ruiz and Areola, but Deontay Wilder did an interview last night with Brandon Watson or Marcus Watson, one of the two, I forget. But we'll give you those details in a moment. But obviously, the Watson brothers are the sons of the famous Sam Watson that is always confused for Al Heyman. They've been in the sport for quite some time, and they have a good relationship with Deontay Wilder. And I think it was Maddie was able to conduct an interview with Wilder on his Instagram Live. He does some sort of Mondays with a fighter, and he had Deontay Wilder on, and they were talking his life, the journey, and then they got around to his 3-man hit list. And he still wants his rematch with Tyson Fury, but he also wants to fight those guys he hasn't been able to get a crack at, like Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua. And it's actually Tyson, Joshua, Ruiz in that order. So, very good list. Definitely hope that it can happen. And, any of those fights are great fights. Andy, who's now 25 pounds lighter, under the tutelage of Eddie Reynoso, is a great opponent. We can see how Wilder does with those left hooks and back right hooks. Those were all sorts of trouble for our good friend Anthony Joshua from the United Kingdom. So it would be interesting to see how Wilder does with the style of Andy Ruiz, who's a quick, or at least from his greatest performance, looked to be a fast muscle twitch type of fighter, a reaction fighter, a combination counter puncher. Can that be a recipe for disaster for Deontay Wilder? Or is Andy Ruiz just another victim of the Bronze Bomber's right hand? Still a good fight. I believe and always believe that Wilder Ruiz is a possible pay-per-view if they can get both men a win. I still see that as a pay-per-view fight, definitely here in America. What Anthony Joshua, was in the United Kingdom, and then attempting to make his debut in America, and that being ruined at the hands of, Andy Ruiz, it really put a lot of attention on him, and he became very, very popular, right? Like, his social media numbers blew up. His endorsements went through the roof. Snickers finally recognized him. He joined Team Canelo, became a Fashion Nova partner. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? Andy's clout score tripled, no doubt. And Wilder's as well. Remember, we showed his clout score got up to like 364 post Tyson Fury loss. So even in a loss, his popularity rose. So the significance of that fight would make it not only a great fight because of style matchups, but it would be a significant fight in the division. You have the first ever Mexican heavyweight former unified champion in Andy Ruiz, and then you have, one of the longest reigning defending former heavyweight champions in Deontay Wilder. So a good storyline, both men losing their titles and both men on the hunt to get another title opportunity. And we just spoke to Spencer Farron yesterday, who feels that Wilder isn't an all-time great at the moment, in his opinion. Not that his opinion means anything to you, but just for argument's sake, he says Wilder's not an all-time great right now, but if he could become a two-time champion, he, Spencer Farron, would be he would be calling him an all-time great if he could become a two-time champion. Something that AJ is already. He is two-time. He lost his titles at the hands of Andy Ruiz, who we're speaking of. And, Junior had those belts for about 6 months till AJ righted his wrong. And Tyson Fury is a two-time champion, right? So Deontay Wilder has an opportunity in the later half of his career to prove his greatness. Can he become two-time? Joseph Parker, not yet able to become a two-time heavyweight champion, and it isn't necessarily looking like he'll be able to do it at least in the next 2 years. I really don't pick Joseph Parker to win the world title versus the top 3 heavyweights. And then I guess the argument is Povetkin is number 4 until White takes him out of that position if he can. Remember, Povetkin is the one that got the win over White. So, if White beats Povetkin, well, then we already seen Joseph Parker versus White, and he couldn't win a world. He couldn't beat White. So, again, I don't think Parker could be 2-time in the next 2 to 3 years. You really have to have some sort of talent or skill to become a 2-time champion. And I'm not saying that Joseph Parker doesn't have that. I just think that he's outgunned. As many haters as Deontay Wilder has here in this chat, right? Like, we just started the show. It's already 18 dislikes. I've said nothing wrong, right? So it's obviously we're talking Wilder, so I dislike it. Wilder's a bum, I dislike it. Wilder's done, I dislike it. So with all the haters that he has, if he were to become 2-time, he would really shut their mouths. But those same haters can't deny that he's top 3 and that he has more of a possibility than most of these former champions at becoming a champion again. Now, depending on where you are, you may think Andy has a better opportunity because you value his win over Anthony Joshua more than the career of Deontay Wilder. That could be a possibility for you. So you're like, well, I ranked, I valued Anthony Joshua, and Andy Ruiz really did a number on him. So I'll give Andy the benefit of the doubt that he will be able to become a 2-time champion faster than Wilder. But again, I don't think that there is a argument that Wilder's probability of becoming a 2-time champion is greater than most of the current former world champions. So just to be clear, I am going to once again go to theboxingvoice.com/rankings. We'll screen share our rankings that are daily updated by Box Live. Shout out to Box Live and Ben. Appreciate you rocking out and partnering with TBV for all these many, many years. So here we have the 4 major sanctioning bodies and the ring in the heavyweight division. Ring Magazine has Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua at number 1, Deontay Wilder at number 2. So I've been saying he's top 3. There you have it. Tyson, AJ, Wilder. Now, if you want to go the route of the rankings, well, then he's number 2. So I know that doesn't sit well with many UK heads to hear that he's ranked number 2 behind their Prince of Thieves in Anthony Joshua. Thieves because he stole that rematch with all the running around and shit like that. I don't know that anybody really was expecting AJ to get those belts back in that manner, strangely.
Did he impress you in that Klitschko fight, Fury? In his evasive skills, at least?
Nah. Boxed 12 rounds and ran. Don't respect that. As I always said, like, if I'm the king of Dubai in the olden days, and different empire comes to take my territory, you don't come and steal my treasure. That's what Fury done. I think he stole the belts from Klitschko in a sense. Like, he just boxed and moved. I know it's the art of boxing, but I always said that you come to slay the king. You look him in his face, and you take what's his, and that's what I think means.
So that's why I played it, because I knew there was going to be some very emotional female-like UK men that were going to get upset and say he stole, a thief. So I had to play his own words where he explains to you that boxing and running around the ring is stealing. And he said, you got to come and take it, not steal it. So I'm just using his words. Don't get upset at me. Going back to the rankings, though, Former champions. Alexander never been a former champion. So we won't have to worry about can he become a two-time just yet. But let's go start with the ring. None of these men besides Joseph, Andy, and Wilder were former champions. The rest, I guess, could we throw Usyk in there? I'll allow you guys to let me know. Usyk being a cruiserweight champ, do we call him a two-time champ? Or is it like an asterisk? Like he's a two-time, but he's one-time heavyweight, right? So I don't know. Is he in this particular conversation? I'll let, again, you guys tell me. Looking at the WBO, I see no former champions there other than Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz again. Derek Chisora, unfortunately, has never been a champion. Derek Chisora, unfortunately, has never been a champion. I'm sorry, that was, I guess we had a glitch there. Charles Martin, he's a former champion, but he gets no credit. But here we go. We're struggling to find heavyweight former champions, and funny enough, 3 of them are PBC fighters. Going down the IBF, the only other former champion, once again, Joseph Parker. Continuing, Kurbet Pulev has never been a world champion. Kurbet Pulev has attempted to be a world champion twice. Kurbet Pulev has failed twice. Going to the WBC, no one but, once again, the king of dominating headlines, the king of hatred, Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and Joseph Parker. No one else, a former. Oh, Charles Martin, once again, the one that they like to say he's a bum. Whenever, you mentioned that Charles Martin has mentioned that he's going to fight Wilder, like, oh, Charles Martin, he's a bum. But somehow he's the only former world champion and recognized on multiple sanctioning bodies as a top 10. Strange that some UK men with tons of estrogen feel that he is a bum. Moving forward in the WBA, I see no former champion other than Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and once again, Charles Martin, universally top 10. Oh! And Bermane Stiverne somehow, off of a loss, is still ranked number 11 when he just got knocked out by Trevor Bryant. Depending what water cooler you hang at, is he a champion as a regular? Some consider Tank. We give other regular champions credit. So is Trevor Bryant a regular, or do we put an asterisk and say he's a regular champion, secondary title holder? I don't know. But that is it. There are no other former world champions there. So, they're saying I'm wrong? That Povetkin was a champion of what? The regular? Enoch? Because you sound like you're from the fucking other side of the globe with a name like Enoch. I mean, regulars? Are we calling regulars and we're giving them the same, like, is he gonna be a 2-time regular champ or what? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see if Enoch is correct and Ness is wrong. I just don't remember when Alexander Povetkin could have been a champion. You know what I mean? I remember him getting a very tight decision many, many moons ago when he was trained by Teddy Atlas to Marco Huck, was it? Yeah, majority decision. I think it could have been the Marco Huck fight that Huck moved up many, many moons ago and gave it to him, right? I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying vacant WBA versus Ruslan. Is that the real one? Lord have mercy. Did he become a champion? There you go. He became a champion according to BoxRec. Now, the issue is that this is a WBA. How do we know this isn't a regular? Like, they don't really indicate that. You know what I mean? But let's see right here versus Klitschko. See, because how is he the regular? See, that's what it was. He wasn't a champ. He was a regular. Because how are you going to face Klitschko for the super? So that means he was the regular. And, again, It depends what water cooler you hang out. If you want to say he was a champion because he was a regular. Look, I like to say that they are champions because, you know, it's like I have some boxer friends that are regular champions, right? So I told you, I can't be the guy to tell Chris Colbert he's not a champion, right? So let that be your job. Big Nick, here's your tampon for the day. 300 seconds of TBV timeout jail, little fucking jerk off. Oh, my facts are wrong? Meanwhile, I just showed you that the WBA regular, so he's not a world champion. You're on timeout. Francis, Toronto, what up?
What's happening? What's happening, man? Seen this morning you out sniping early.
Early, man.
Getting them out of here.
You know how it is when Wilder show. Look, 28 dislikes. I mean, they hate Wilder, bro. They hate Wilder, so you talking about him, your show got to get hate because of them. Anybody getting sniped now. It's on.
I hear that, man. We talking about, shout out to everybody out there. Thank you again. Another day to talk boxing. Deontay Wilder names 3-man hit list. Man, those 3 names on the list, definitely one of those names I'm pretty sure everybody would have wanted to see. Would have been Dillian White. Instead, he replaced it with Andy Ruiz Jr. So maybe that's a promotional ploy where they're on the same side, same stable. So it might be a little easier to make, but who knows?
Nah, I think it was just because, you know, like I went down the rankings. He wants to fight a former world champ, right? Like why fight Dillian White, who never been able to become champ? Is it a great fight? Does Nesta Gibbs want it? Absolutely. But in the minds of a former champion, you're looking at, you know, what can get you to the next level. Let me just address our former co-host. He's been hiding from being a UK co-host representative, Coach Mid-D, because you catch your lady and give her the D. He says, you could have found a better photo of Wilder, though. Why you do him like that? No, see, that was purpose. This is Michael Benson's photo. As you can see at the top of Andy's head, you'll slightly see the blue that divides Wilder and AJ. I just threw Ruiz on top of that, but Benson chose to use the photo of Wilder. And I chose to use it to show you that the UK men, full of estrogen, they are in love with Wilder. It's no longer hate. It's a physical, sexual obsession. I've never obsessed over a man like this. I don't even love my dog the way you guys love Wilder. It is insane. You know, you guys are just like, you wake up and go to sleep with Wilder on your mind.
Terrible for that. You terrible for that.
No, just
I don't
keep
even
it
love
real.
my dog as much as y'all love Wilder.
But just keep it real. They wake up and go to sleep with Deontay Wilder on their mind. This is yesterday's news. Wilder was on a live yesterday. I didn't turn up the fucking studio at 10 at night and say, oh, Wilder was just on. Let me run and do a show. No, I went to bed like a regular civilized human being, woke up the next day and came to work. My life doesn't revolve around Wilder. I don't jump up and down like these UK dudes with their man boobs. It's crazy. The way that they are obsessed with this man, I mean, I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? Yet, you go through the rankings and he's top 3. All this hatred is unnecessary because he's top 3. They cannot find a way not to make him top 3. So much so that the ring has him top 2 behind their Prince of Thieves, Anthony Joshua, and it bothers them. It has their skin boiling. That Dillian White, who is everything they want him to be, cannot make it there. He cannot be in the list of former champions or possibly become a 2-time champion because he hasn't even begun to become a champion. But that's why you've seen some of those Eastern European estrogen men try to say that Povetkin was a champion so that they could say that Dillian was a champion because he was an interim champion, because they're desperately searching to give credit to others while devaluing and discrediting everything that Deontay Wilder with 10 title defenses has done. 5 years as the WBC champion. And you can't find no one to beat him but the #1 heavyweight in the world, and somehow he's considered a bum? Lord. 41
Yeah.
dislikes. 41 dislikes. How many of those dislikes are man-boobed UK dudes? Drunks. How many drunks?
Damn. Shout out to all y'all out there, man. 311 people in the building. 87 thumbs up. 42 thumbs down. A lot of people out here, like you said, UK fans might be upset. But listen, man, let's lock in, man. Let's lock in and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Who do you guys really believe that fight between AJ and Wilder can happen for my Eastern European brothers? I'd love to know.
I think it can happen, absolutely. It's just not going to happen this year. Maybe end of next.
No belt involved. Let's just make the fight happen.
No. What I'm saying is maybe next year, end of next year, because obviously the plans for Tyson and AJ are to have 2 fights. You know, that's what they want to do.
Okay. All right, man. We like that a lot.
Yo, my man said, Ness, we not drunks. Have you ever seen a panoramic view of you guys singing Sweet Caroline at the stadium? Come on, bro. Stop it. Ness, we're not drunk. Wilder's entered arena and gets hit with a beer. Come on, Jug. Like, you guys are drunks, man. It's all good. You know what I mean? Listen, a lot of people get generalized and stereotyped. You know what I mean? You guys have to get a handle on that. You know what I mean? It's too many of yous with beers in your hand or beers falling out of your hand. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not making this stuff up.
In and out of your hands, guys. Yeah. Carlito's Way with a super chat. Obsession is the group of American men who, for the last year, have been making videos about Fury and Wilder. UK not profiting off this, like them man.
Well, I mean, that was very vague. Who the last year who've been making videos about Fury and Wilder? That's very vague. I mean, Fury and Wilder have been in the headlines for the last year. So unless you're talking about specific people making specific shows, specific topics on Fury and Wilder, I have no clue what you speak of. You know, we have to talk headlines. This was a headline, right? You know, it's all over. Your UK guy Michael Benson's definitely posting it, right, with this picture. So, you know, Talk Sports, aka Talk Sports. CRB1 NBA playoffs may end of July. ESPN not doing an AJ Fury. I mean, you watch those other sports. What is he talking about?
Yeah, he's saying that the playoffs gonna end at that time, so it'd be a good time to have AJ Fury after the NBA season is over. Mid.
You know, and Robert from the UK, our good friend who helps out, said yesterday that if Canelo is truly fighting May 8th and Joshua Fury is on DAZN, it would be after June 8th for the billing cycle, just so that they could capitalize. Yo, we got a big fish fight, and in May, people gonna sign up for that. Now, let's not give them AJ in the same month, because then it's 2 big fights for the same $10 or $20. Let's do AJ next month, make them resubscribe or stay on board, which makes sense. But, you know, the Joshua Fury fight, it is going to be DAZN, I'm assuming, right? Like, we don't know. Eddie always said that Joshua wasn't tied to DAZN, and they did it that way so that he would be able to make the big fight. I don't know if that's changed, because that was like almost 2 years ago now. But,
yeah,
you know, is it going to be DAZN and ESPN? Is it just going to be DAZN? Like, you know, we don't know. We don't know. But he's got a point. If it is a co-promotion with DAZN, then, you know, it would make sense for them to do it in the following month, not in the same month as Canelo. And I think that's what they did the last time, right? Like, AJ fought Povetkin in September, and then Canelo fought somebody in October, right? Like, something like that. It worked out.
Want to make sure they get the most out of it, but at the same time, it'll be like an ESPN plus DAZN deal. I don't know if they could do it with regular ESPN
Got a super chat. I'm sorry. Fuck, yo.
Yeah, go ahead. Get a super chat out. Go ahead.
Coyote, who says, yo, him and Mitty almost got the same last name. And watch Mitty be like, nah, that says nothing like my last name. Mitty's last name is like Debaj, like the singer and shit. So he's Chico Debaj's little brother. Yo, Coyote says, Ness, you know exactly who Carlito is talking about. The alphabet people. They are the ones who actually make people hate more and more on Wilder. Man, I had no clue that the DEA or the feds were doing stuff about Wilder. Damn, send me a link. Alphabet people.
Shoot, I didn't know either. Tell me, like, what's up?
No, I mean, you know, in the inner city, we call the Alphabet Boys or slash. I guess for him, you know, he's from the UK, so he's proper. So he said Alphabet people. We say the Alphabet Boys. You know, that's feds, DEA. What's the other one? Is there another one?
50. Well, that's Canadian. Sorry, pigs.
So yeah, man. I don't know who he's still talking about. I didn't know the feds was. Damn, what the fuck did Wilder and Fury do that the feds are on him? We got CRB1 that says no. I'm saying AJ Fury won't happen. NBA clash. He's saying the schedules, so it's not going to happen.
They make bigger money in those days, you know that.
Yo, Alex and are you in the Valley or Fresno? I think he's in Fresno. But he says, I thought Mitty's last name. No, he said, wait, Mitty's last name is not Mitty? Yo, CRB1 with another one. He says, how many joint broadcasts U.S. TV done with Dazn? 0.
Exactly. That was my thing. Like, how they gonna pull that off?
I mean, but they already like kind of laid down the groundwork by showing other broadcasters, yo, we willing to do pay-per-view.
Yeah, but that's another terrestrial network like Fox.
Look at Victor from the UK, who only comes out for Wilder shows. Remember, I have photographic memory with numbers. I could do it with letters. Victor, the hater. And he says Wilder's a fraud. That's why we don't take him serious. Meanwhile, he's number 3. Show me a number 3 in any other ranking, any other division, Francis. And anybody that calls in, show me a number 3 that you don't respect, man. I might give you a free shirt. Show me a universal number 3 in a division that you don't respect. It's not that you don't respect Wilder. It's just that he's Mr. Take Your Girl, man. He did something to y'all, man. He did something personally to y'all. You know what I mean? We all know that's what he alleges with Dillian. So I wonder how many more of y'all women he ran through, man. Because y'all get real mad. Victor, why you so upset? I'm going to go back to the rankings just to prove my point, right? Let's see. Except for the cruiserweight. I'm striking the cruiserweight division from this conversation. Stupid cruiser division. Actually, I don't even have to strike them, yo. Everybody fucks with Glowacki. He's universal. I can't believe they got Macaboo at number 2 over Doctritos. Doctritos got knocked out. That's retarded. But we're going to keep it moving. The number 3 in the lightweight. I might lose this debate because a lot of y'all hating on King Nello, so y'all don't respect Sergey somehow. But even off a loss to King Nello, he's still number 3 in the ring. But y'all don't respect King Nello, you see? You can tell the morons from the real boxing fans, man. Like, black and white never lies. But moving to the next division, Callum Smith. They might not respect Callum Smith, but he was the former Ring Magazine champ in that division, right? Moving on, Demetrius Andrade. Depending what water cooler you at, Francis, they might not respect Andrade because of his resume.
They might not.
Number 3, Jason Rosario. They might not respect him depending what water cooler because he got knocked out by a jab, man. Manny Pacquiao. They might not respect him because he got stripped of his title and he's 42 years old, man. I mean, Jose Cepeda. They might not respect him because he, really beat Jose Ramirez and should be world champion, but they didn't watch the fight, man. So number 3, Devin Haney. They don't respect him because he got emailed. You know what I mean?
He hasn't fought anybody.
Joseph Diaz, they don't respect him because he just lost his belt on the scales. Ken Zhu, they don't respect him because he didn't want to unify with, what's my man name? Shakur, and instead got elevated to unify with Josh Warrington. That never happened. Now Warrington gets cracked off, but they still respect Warrington because he was coming off a 16-month layoff. It was COVID that did that to him. Stephen Fulton, they don't respect him, even though he just beat Angelo Leo for the world title. Casamayor, they really respect him. You know they can't say nothing about that. And I think that's where it stops. I don't know this dude, Katsu Ayoko. I know Mario would have been here, like, yo, that's my man's in them. But Jerwin Ancajas is right under him. I mean, they at least they'll respect him. And going to the flyweights, we really lost it right here. We're done. Who the hell is this guy? Oh my!
Shoot the name at me. What's the name? Where you at?
Yo, you gonna get me to ruin this kid's name? Artem Dalankian or some weirdness? You know?
Hey, Look
at this dude at 108. You know you only gonna weigh 100 pounds for the rest of your life if your mom names you Hiki. How's your first name? What the Hecky? What the hell is that? I don't even know. But look, universally, 1, 2, 3 is respected in every other division, but somehow Wilder, who is number 2 or 3, depending on the conversation, you guys find a million things to say. But it's beautiful being the one to show the world that you are truly haters. You know? We got another super chat from what looks like Coyote.
Yep.
He says, Alphabet people, the LDBCQT, you don't know them? The ones Wilder's now giving interviews to instead of the Boxing Voice. I've never heard of the LDBCQT. I'm sorry, champ. Send me a link though. Have you heard of the LBDCTQT?
Nah, I've never heard of that for real though.
I don't know who the hell he's talking about. I'm telling you, you guys have way too much time on your hands. First of all, that acronym is too big. You know, acronyms should be things for like 3 and 4. Not, you got like 20 letters in your acronym. Stop it, champ. Hit the thumbs up button. Don't be like the haters. Look, there's 65 Deontay Wilder cocksuckers. Whoa, Francis, stop it. What the hell? What the hell? 65 cocksuckers. Hit the thumbs down. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, you saw like he's trying to say, you know, with those acronyms so long, sounds like he's trying to say, what is it called? Oh shit, I just had it. Fragilistic espialidocious. I can't remember the first part. He tried to spell the whole long word, but yeah, man. Shout out to Coyote, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shit, y'all really, I don't understand. I mean, the dislike for Deontay Wilder like that, man. I mean, all he has done is entertain y'all with savage knockouts.
That's it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really understand. You know, he's taking his no skill self, according to a lot of you guys, and did what a lot of you guys could never do. So why are you hating so much?
I think he's inspired too. Many people. You know, the amateur background, limited amateur background, the willingness to change his life and his children's life. Remember, he got into boxing to feed his daughter who had a disease, right? And then he just wanted to be a journeyman. He's like, yo, just get me a fight. I just need to get paid. He didn't know anything about like amateurs and Olympics and being a world champ. It was more about go fight to be paid to fight. So, you know what I mean? The fact that a man who just wanted to feed his family was able to come this far and be universally number 3, it's just real strange to me. Real strange to me how these people perceive him.
No, not okay. I'll wait till you come back. No worries. Do your thing. Yeah, man, it's true. It's really weird, man. A lot of times you get, you know what I mean, a fighter who, for the British fans, is really big on the GB squad, you know what I mean, fighting for their country. And Wilder went and fought for his country with limited amateur experience, being an Olympian. He didn't skip the Olympics and went to the pros. He said, let me be an Olympian. Then he decided, you know what I mean, to lead the way. Lead the way for Americans. There was an American heavyweight that was carrying the torch. He came out of nowhere with no experience, and he started carrying the torch. You know, the higher you go is the more your ass is shown. You know what I'm saying? So he exposed himself to the world not to be ridiculed, but to be embraced, to be loved. And that's just not what's happening right now, and he's not really liking it. So also, don't forget, Ness, I gotta put a question to you. It's because it's somebody from the membership, and I'm gonna do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. But Rizzy, RY says, ask Ness how much he hates AJ, and spreads his gospel on him every day.
Every day? All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's go to our live content for daily shows. And okay, yesterday we spoke of AJ Fury. I do not recollect saying anything negative about AJ, but Rizzy, feel free. And wow, he said every day, huh? I'm struggling to find a video on AJ after yesterday's. And I'm all the way on February 4th already. Help me, Rizzy, the liar. You must be from the UK. Fury Joshua, we did a video on January 21st. And the next one, so that's January 21st, and we didn't do a show on AJ again till yesterday. So, Rizzy, you've been proven a liar, man, and that's unfortunate, but
there you go. You said
we also
right.
seen your line of questioning.
He said in the chat. You can read it.
So if I throw shade on him, what is the shade? Please give us that. I mean, don't just throw allegations, right? You guys want Wilder. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Meanwhile, Rizzy out here just throwing allegations at the wall. Get your ass out of here.
Do you feel like they trying to get back at you because the times when you do have topics on AJ, when you do spit your truth?
No, they are mad that we have a viral video, celebrating AJ's ass kicking. You know what I mean? And it pisses them off. But no one expected that. See, it's different when Wilder number 1 and number 2 fight each other. When you fight a number 15 and you get your ass kicked, yeah, we're going to be surprised. What's so wrong with that? I mean, like, why are you guys acting weird? I don't get it.
Yep.
And Rue, you're absolutely right. But again, you're a level-headed person, right? Because you and I have debates on Lomachenko all the time that don't get ugly. It's just these estrogen men.
These estrogen men.
FYI, I woke up today 6 pounds lighter. Put the truth in the Border Wars chat. Also woke up today and bodied me a 13. Let me just double check that. I think he was like a 13. I want to lie and say a 1380 something, but I know it's not that high. I think he was like a 34 maybe. Let me double check here. Woke up this morning and bodied. Oh, I was right. I bodied me a 1384 dude, and he's a diamond player. Just saying. Chess.com, NestGTO. I know there's some of you, I called out the world, and, my man Ben, he kicks my ass. Then there's another dude, I think it's the dude from Chicago. He also kicks my ass. I can't front. But that don't mean nothing, right? Because, Fury beat Wilder, and he's still number 2. I'm a 241 today, 241. So I'm not no bum. My chess score obviously says that. But that dude Benjamin and that dude from Chicago, they nice. They real nice. The dude from Chicago actually boxes, remember? What's his name? Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce, yeah.
He nice, man. He fucking nice. He said he was putting it on Benjamin, but Benjamin got a draw or something. So I haven't heard from Bruce in a while.
I gotta find time for that. I don't know how y'all get the time, man.
What you mean? There's always time for chess, man. It's always time for chess, bro. You play some chess before you come into these shows, you're going to have your mind right, man. You're going to have your shit ready for action. My thing is I'm a fast player. So even when I mess up, I still have a slight advantage because I got more. I usually have more time than the person I'm playing because they play slower than me.
That's how I play poker.
Yeah, but the thing is, you clock. So if you go too slow, you're gonna lose on time.
Huh?
I said the thing is that you're clocked. So if you go too slow, you're gonna lose on time.
Yeah, that makes your brain work faster. Hell yeah. That's the whole point of it, man. It's like playing basketball with a shot clock and playing without one. If you play without one, you can bounce the ball all day. You don't gotta pass it, but if you got a shot clock, you gotta make a move. You gotta make quick moves. You gotta make quick, smart moves, and that's what chess is making quick, smart moves.
I mean, somebody just sent me their chess score. I'ma act like they don't know how to read it, cause this say 1080, man. You ain't even on my level, man. My TVs ain't even on a 1080 no more. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with this dude? But keep playing, man. Keep playing. You might get top 5, man. That's all. That's all. Hey, yo, I'm actually good, though, if you think about it. I've been doing this show 10 or 12 years, and only 2 people kick my ass, you know? So.
In chess.
Yeah, Dan, I'm getting side texts. They're telling me Rizzy mad as hell. What you mad at, Rizzy? He left the chat, too? Oh, my God. These dudes so sensitive.
What's he mad at?
I can't believe
What's he mad about, Rizzy?
Yo, let me tell you something. There's a lot of hate in this world, but I'm religious, man. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay regardless. God is always going to provide, man. But I promise you, since moving, we lost 60 Patreons. How the fuck did I do? What did I do that 60 people got mad? It's either Wilder or the new move. Somebody ain't happy with someone else's happiness. But that's okay, because I'm going to remain in bliss. Boxing balls ain't back, but I can still freestyle. Catch me in the ring, I'm going to go ahead and knock you out. You know what I'm saying? They be mad, bruh. They be tight, yo. Like, dudes get so mad that I don't defend their favorite fighter no more. They delete. It's like, oh, you switch sides? You fucking with Ruiz now? I'm out of here. I can't believe that dudes is man fans, man. I cannot do that shit. I cannot do that. Y'all got to stop and grow up. We are too grown to be lusting after a grown-ass man. Because that's what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
You lusting, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Like, no morals, man.
Oh,
no morals.
Rizzy said, laugh out loud. You laughed. Who laughed? And who's angry? I just said you talk salty on man's name. I don't play that ish.
I mean, you still ain't provide. We reading your chats. We usually read your super chats. We waiting for you to provide proof. Now, if you're going to go back 2 years ago when I'm laughing at AJ and all that shit, when Wilder's undefeated, yeah, but obviously since Wilder losing, you know, and AJ being able to show the gear, I didn't love the AJ Ruiz 2 fight, but I understood the necessary change in style. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I said it like a day and a half ago, maybe 2 shows ago. A win is a win is a win is a win. And he got the win. Do I like it? No. Do I have to love it? No. And do I have to lie about the manner in which he got it? Absolutely not. And that's what gets you guys upset. You want me to lie the way that you did. Remember, you guys in the UK, all your writers said it was a masterclass. I should have slapped their ass. Masterclass my fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? It was a dude that looked tentative. The world watched him look very nervous, shaky. And you know,
but I see again, a lot of people are not gonna echo that same statement. They feel like he showed the next gear in his boxing ability.
So
being picked up
a lot of people a lot of people aren't on the show. I want to ask you, do you think he looked the same in terms of attitude, not boxing style? Do you think he looked the same AJ in that second fight?
Nah. Come on, man.
Do you think he looked tentative in that second fight?
Nah, I think he didn't look tentative to me. He looked a lot more focused.
Focused.
The most focused I've seen him in a fight. Like actually locked in, paying attention, like on everything that's moving. Yeah, he didn't care about nothing, ring walk, robe, nothing. He was just locked in on Ruiz, and that was it till the fight ended.
So did he seem nervous in that second fight?
Nah, he didn't seem nervous to me. What he seemed like he wanted to make sure that he stayed focused.
Okay, well then that's the disconnect right there, man. I interpreted it slightly different, you know.
I'm trying to find another word other than nervous. Nervous to me is a little bit too harsh.
Really?
I think there's another word that can describe the look that, and I know what you're talking about, the look he had in his face.
Yeah, he had a look. He had a certain look in his face.
Yeah, the way his body was kind of tense.
Awareness, like extra awareness, maybe. Like
awareness,
I don't know.
right?
I mean,
right.
Look, and we're struggling here to find nice words so that guys like Rizzy don't leave. You know what I mean? But like the truth is, he looked nervous. He didn't look the same. And anybody that doesn't want to admit that, you know, look, that's your favorite fighter, and it's totally understandable.
But what he did show, though, is to people that says he gasses, that he can be on his toes and move around the ring for 12 rounds. He can't do it. So let's kill that notion that the big, muscular, action figure-looking fighter is going to gas after 6 rounds. He showed you that not only can I bounce on my toes for 12 rounds, but I can do it while punching and moving for 12 rounds.
He was addressing a previous criticism. We seen in this build up to the second fight that he was also physically addressing that. He brought in smaller guys, and he was showing a lot of track work and sprint work. We knew he was showing us in everything that they was letting out that he was about to use the ring. You know what I'm saying? And there is no knock, because that is called changing the gear, making the necessary changes. I understand that, but we also can't confuse the two. You know, Fury had an ass whooping. You know, that's what he did. You know what I mean? AJ stole the belts. Exactly what he said. You know, he gave you the definition of that when he said Tyson did that to Vlad.
I got another take. Let me give you this other take. The same way I felt like when he fought Pulev, he showed the ability to adjust with boxing and finishing. He didn't show the finishing ability in the second Ruiz fight, but he did show his boxing ability, and that's what made it boring. That's what made it seemed like he didn't want to engage. But you, in the Pulev fight, thought he gassed out around what, the 5th or 6th round? You were saying his punch output was a lot lower than it was in the previous round.
We know it was. He went for the knockout. It didn't come, and he got tired, and he had to regenerate all that power and energy. Let it on some Wolverine shit. Let it, recuperate. And then when that barometer got bad, that little bar meter said, yo, we in there. He went for the kill again. We all seen that. Everybody, it's natural. It's the heavyweight. This is why I don't get, why are we lying for our fighters? He is a heavyweight. He is a muscular heavyweight. He needs oxygen. He threw a lot of punches in that round. He went for the knockout. Like, why do we have to make things up and say, no, he wasn't gassed. He just took the next 3 rounds off for what? Next 2 rounds off. Why? It was just coincidence. No, it's not coincidence.
You can't take it from the standpoint that maybe he wanted to box, knowing that Pulev would try to get on his attack. He wanted to box those next 2 rounds, 3 rounds. He wanted to box because he came with an attack, and now I'm gonna box.
I mean, look, according to Spencer Fearon, he's a baby. He's still learning, and we need to give him credit for getting here in such a short manner of time, man. You know what I mean? So let's just do that.
But don't give Deontay credit though, because they picked it up at the same time.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to live off every one of their truths. We could give them credit. We could give AJ credit because Spencer wants us to, and we can still give Deontay credit. You know what I mean? For me, once again, Deontay is top 3. There's no denying that. There's no boxing sanctioning body that doesn't have him up there. So it's just like, what are we gonna do? And I like these fights that he's asking for. If he can get the Fury fight, amen, because it would be the nail on the coffin, right? If he get that 3rd fight the excuses, the allegations, all that goes out the window. It's the same thing for Pacquiao. Like, oh, I'm scared of needles, but I got tattoos. Oh, I can't do this test, but, he does other stuff. So it's just like, when the fight finally happened, that whole Mayweather-Pac shit, you don't even understand how crazy that was. You think this is bad? Bro, Mayweather-Pac was horrible. I mean, Filipinos, listen, I say you Cape dudes are bad. Filipino fight fans, they are harsh, man. They only curse. And they can't spell word for lick, you know what I mean? They're probably using Google and shit. So it's always some fucked up sentences with a million curses, all right? When Pacquiao was at his height, when he was KOing dudes left and right, bro, every Filipino, they would like vicariously living through Pacquiao. They would receive energy from Pacquiao, and it would just transmit through their keyboard, bro. You didn't want to be a Mayweather fan at the time.
For you, I mean, over here, we got obviously a large population of Filipinos. I got mad Filipino friends. We're really cool. That's how I made a lot of money from Floyd, betting against, you know what I'm saying, when Manny fought Floyd. Listen, they fight over here. I don't know about over there, but Filipinos over here think they Manny Pacquiao over here. So when he's at his heyday, they try to throw hands like Manny Pacquiao at anybody that they can, you know what I'm saying? And they roll in bunches. There be 6, 7 of them. They be scrapping everywhere at all times. Manny Pacquiao fans are crazy, man. Like, I don't think they said De La Hoya had a super fan base, but it was mostly females. Listen, man, Pacquiao's fan base. Have you seen anything like that?
That's what I'm saying. In its heyday, I never seen anything like Pacquiao's fan base.
And he had a whole country behind him, man. The whole country was behind him, and everywhere.
It's crazy how his numbers dwindled, man. I can't believe he only did 600,000 with Keith, man. That shit hurt me. I really thought they was gonna break $1 million, man. Like, I couldn't believe that, man. Cause Keith, come on, man. There's no welterweight talks better than Keith. He's done. Like, if you can't make $1 million with Keith, how you gonna make $1 million with Earl? And you fuck around and do make it with Earl because he's just obviously shown that he's more popular. But you just automatically thought Keith's mouth could sell it. And he did a fantastic job. The little T-Rex arms and like he did a lot of selling. And it still ain't break $1 million. That was fucking bananas. Bananas, man. We got a couple of super chats though. CRB1 says, idiots think ESPN put on fights 5 p.m. on Saturday between 2 British fighters during an NBA playoff? Sure. And Martin versus Ruiz on the same time as Man U versus Man City? What the hell? Is that some sort of football team?
Yeah, soccer. Man U is Manchester United versus Manchester City. Okay. 2 big rivalry of Manchester soccer clubs. I was about to say, just to piggyback off of that.
How is that for y'all to like watch so many sports and know so many different fucking athletes? Like, that is crazy. I can't believe people watch that many sports.
Yeah, listen, if you understand, my Rolodex with these sports is deep, bro. Deep. I know, because I'm a soccer player, but I was about to say the worst fans in the world for any sports is soccer fans. If you've never been to a soccer game or a football game, bro, when the red tier thing starts going and people fall 30, 40 feet from soccer stadiums, man, from all the ruckus, the fights there, the riots. People go to soccer matches just to fight. They're not even there to watch the game. They know they're going to get into a fight. It's like going to the bar and knowing you're going to fight somebody. Like, it's crazy with soccer. Soccer fans are ridiculous, and it goes down, man. It goes down. Liverpool, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a Gunners fan for all those that are out there. I'm an Arsenal fan all day long. Gunners. But anyways, let's get back to boxing.
Jay Lewis says, Wilder has been a pro for as long as AJ has been boxing. What are you talking about, Francis? Francis, what is he talking about?
Wilder has been boxing as pro as long as AJ has been boxing. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What age did Wilder start boxing, Ness?
I don't know. Fuck. He definitely was older than he definitely was older than 20. Right? 19. I know he was at what was it, Budweiser or IHOP at the time. I mean, he got a late start. And if I'm wrong with the age, I guess the 19 is the amateur fights. Is that how many amateur fights he had?
Right. I don't know, man, but they seem like they started around the same age to me. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know about the same age. What you mean age? Like? Oh, I guess what you mean. You mean like when they each took it up?
Yeah, took it up.
Nah, wasn't AJ boxing and young?
Nah, man, he came out the street.
Yeah, but
he came out the streets and got him on the GB team. He wasn't boxing from young.
Yeah, but he wasn't a 20-year-old, man. He wasn't 19 or nothing.
I swear he was like 19 when he got on the GB.
They saying 20. Now, I don't know who JB is saying is 24, though. Is he 20?
He had to have been.
So they saying. So Ruiz saying 20 was he a beer delivery guy for Budweiser? So he was saying 20 was when he was a beer. So they talking about Wilder was 20. How old was AJ now?
I could have sworn AJ was like.
Mario don't do Tuesdays, and Doomy, I told y'all he's busy with some other projects. I thought he was gonna be able to come on today, but he had to go to South Jersey. So yeah, that's those answers. AJ was 18. 18, they're saying 20 and 18. So yeah, I guess Francis does have a point. Basically the same age. You know, like I get it. I get it. 2 years is 2 years, but it's also just 2 years. You know?
He 18, like that's what I'm saying. And I think Wilder was 19 really and truly when he picked up boxing. If I had to really go back in my Rolodex, my memory, he was 19. But I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, man. What else we got here, man? What else we got? We got Ronald Finkley, who says one loss should not determine Wilder's greatness, and it shouldn't, because they've erased AJ's loss.
Gone.
He lost to Ruiz, and it is nothing but an afterthought now. They're right back in undisputed. He's the greatest. So it's like, come on, man.
What loss?
Just exactly. What's fair for the goose should be good for the gander. But they don't like it, man. They don't want it to be that way, man. Someone's saying Wilder was 21. He was not 20. I don't know. That's only one person saying that, though. It's only one person.
One. Everybody else is like.
JB Cinema saying overly cautious is how AJ reacted in the Ruiz 2 rematch. Overly cautious. That's a good way of describing it. Because it was evident to us watching it that he was on like pins and needles. Jay Lewis, he's from the UK with the Great Britain Pounds. He says Wilder has been a pro for as long as AJ has been. Oh, we said that. What the? All right, want to open up these phone lines. Nest GTO on Skype. Hit us up on Skype. All you got to do is add Nesta Gibbs on Skype if you want to be down. Let the truth be heard says, my name is Let the Truth because I'm telling you the truth. And Wilder was 20 in 2005.
So, there you go. But yo, man, PSA, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all tripping, man. PSA. Public service announcement. Over 370 of us watching and listening around the world. And you trying to tell me we got 82 thumbs down and only 141 thumbs up? Come on, man. Get them numbers up, man. Get them numbers up. We can get at least 200 thumbs up and get the thumbs down, man. Get that number down. Y'all tripping, man. And let us know in the comment section, since you put the thumbs down, why exactly you put the thumbs down so we can communicate. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's get out to these callers again to get your thoughts together. Deontay Wilder names 3-man hit list. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Andy Ruiz Jr.
What's got Patreon Miguel who says AJ looks scared to exchange. Overly cautious equals scared. All right, the number to call in 1-425-569-5241. Listen, we're looking for a welterweight. Do we got a welterweight out there that wants to scrap it up? Scrappy? Can we call you Little Scrappy? Actually, we don't really need the welterweight because like I said, now that Donnell is out, we could just throw Donnell's opponent in with Franco. I keep forgetting that.
Yo, we're gonna have to talk today.
But we do need We still trying to do this Francis fund, man. Do you want to see the Stainless fight? Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? We did a whole episode titled Francis versus Stainless. This fight still could happen. It's still possible. There are some re-entry restrictions. On my back call, folks. Ain't Mitty on the back call? Ask him all the questions that you don't believe Francis is giving you, because Mitty and I had a conversation, and he's having the same restrictions coming up to leave out of the United Kingdom. And we just want to get this fight going on ultimately. And I'm proud to announce that TBV has partnered with TBV has partnered with BPE, and this is going to be our first Border Wars live streamed and professionally recorded by the BPE network. So Justin Big Time Briggs and the promotional company will be in the building. Like I told you, Willie Monroe confirmed to be in the building. We're still working on Michael Polite Coffee and his trainer, but this tight little intimate location will absolutely be the best event that we've ever had. And I'm calling it tight because of the way it is when I go there. But, you know, me and the owner was talking, and he's like, bro, this ain't small. When I take down all these bags and we put all these chairs and I move all this, I'm like, all right, champy. We rocking then. Because, you know, shout out to the IBO who also sponsored, and all our winners will be getting beautiful medallions. They double-sided, you know what I mean? Do a little keen. That was the trick daddy. Biting the, you know, the gold and shit. Just saying, this shit is real right here, man. Real in the field. And look, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just trying to be better. And you don't get these type of medals in the amateurs. You just don't. You get, you know, eBays. Look them up. Amateur medals on eBay.
Get these type of medals, baby.
You know, I'm not throwing shade. You know, maybe they gonna bring me on to USA Boxing to take it over and do it the right way. I don't know. We just speaking and believing, receiving it, and we knowing that we can do a better job, at least on a smaller level. You know, that's what we saying, on a smaller level. We haven't gotten that big, and we can't obviously handle or receive as many fights as USA Boxing, but we have vision and we have goals and dreams. And we want to make Border Wars amazing. It might have to go through a name change. I've been thinking about that. It might need a name change. It might can't stay Border Wars. We might have to rebrand it as it gets bigger, truth be told. But this is going to be the first one streamed to a network. So, yeah, you're going to have to catch it on the pay-per-view. But you ain't got to pay for the Patreon. So it's the same shit. You know what I mean? And if the internet isn't permitting, because they're going to be flying out to check the internet and the setup pretty soon, if it isn't permitting, we still will have it all recorded professionally by the BPE network. We're also going to be live in Atlanta. Me, Mario, Doomy, and Enrique Cash Wheezy took Francis' spot because he got all them damn Canadian restrictions. So we're going to be in Atlanta March 6th, live commentating. If you guys want to come out, feel free and support us, you know. It's going to be our, fourth or fifth time now commentating. We've done both Canelo Triple G fights. We did Triple G Vanez. But this one is going to be slightly different. Like all of those, we had our own like booth. We were set up from a specific location, like from the weigh-in or from this bar beer house. This one, we're actually going to be the commentators for the fight. We're going to be, at the desk ringside. And,
we gotta cut you off, man.
What?
You can't be giving up my spot. It ain't over yet. What you talking about? You give up my spot? You tripping? You know, here saying like you what? Nah, bro.
Listen. First of all, I'm not even trying to have entertainment for the show. Like that's not what I was trying to do. I just thought it was real. Like I thought yesterday was your the deadline because he already called for the flight info. So it's like I thought it was over. But if you still can make it happen, bruh, we can make it happen, man.
I'm gonna show you after this. Like,
Yo, let's do it.
I gotta talk to you. Yeah, I gotta talk to you for sure. But anyways, continue going. Yeah, so we're gonna do this for the first time. We're gonna be the commentators.
We're gonna be in Atlanta, and I want to get every fighter that's gonna be on the card on the show just to build it up. You know, so not only do I know more about the fighter that I'm gonna be commentating about on Fight Night, but also so that you guys know who's on that card, and maybe that brings you out. You know, I don't know, Keem, how many hours is that for you to come support your favorite show? I don't know. Yo, you know what's tough? That everything is happening for us on Saturdays, and there's fights, right? Like this Saturday rather, I'm gonna go to that Havoc card, and fuck, man, Burchell and Valdez gonna be fighting this week.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure March 6th is gonna be a big fight, and I'm gonna fucking be in Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's kind of
what?
Almost like double booking, because both things are necessary for the growth of TBV. Like, yo, we gotta do live fight chats to grow the channel, but we also gotta do real physical live commentating to grow the resume. You know, but necessary evil, right? Necessary evil. Let me get out to these callers first. Quick word from my sponsor. I got your message, Francis. I know what it is. So when you gotta go, you do your thing, and we'll pick it up. I do want to do another show later on tonight. Not tonight. But before gym time, which is 6. So we gonna stack it up. We gonna get a lot of shows off.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
So no fly west zone or no west fly zone. No west fly zone. Who's fighting on the March 6th card? I'm going to get all the details when I get the official press release and bout sheet, but for sure, Aida Biggs is on the card, and small possibility that Shadeja Green could get on the card. And listen, all of y'all out there, this merger with BPE can give you an opportunity. If you are Michael Williams Jr., contact me, senior. You know, I could get you on some cards. BPE is going to be doing cards monthly. And, yeah, I can help you out, man. So we could have some nice cards instead of just, like, some whoever's on the card. Let's get some actual people that, you know, are known. You're gonna have television, you know, because it'll be streaming. And it's available on Apple. It's available on Roku and those Android boxes and smart television. So this is a good move for some professionals out there with you know, that need to get some fights. You know, hit me up, Instagram or Twitter, preferably Instagram though, man. You know what I mean? I just like using the voice text. I don't even know if Twitter lets you send voice messages, but yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you definitely can.
Oh, there you go.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Speaking of subscribing, we like 220 away from finally getting to 118,000. Let's go. You know, be on the lookout for the YouTube channel. I will be uploading some interviews with Edgar Berlanga on February 20th. And everybody that's going to be in that Havoc card out here in Orlando. You know, I think Jordan is coming with me, or Keem. I probably could get all 3. I was talking to them. I got 2 for sure. But Keem flat left me last time. Nah, I'm joking, Keem. I'm joking. But yeah, let's go on out to Amin in Essex.
Let's go.
We still waiting for that Border Wars debut. We're going to keep the pressure on him, man. He tried to weasel out of Border Wars by saying he respect fighters and how difficult it is. You're going to have to find the time, man. You got to at least do one.
Just like the king is what
what I mean. My style back. The king is what I mean.
Yo, Francis, Batman, balalala, wagwan.
Bop, wagwan, big man.
Hey, yo, Ness, I ain't weaseling out of Border Wars, man, but not until I get me some of that Patreon money and my kids get older. I don't have the time. When my kids get older and I'm not committed to, that type of activity, I know I look older, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't got the time right now. Like, I gotta work. I gotta be the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, I do appreciate the love, though, and that's the thing. I don't ever take it as no criticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you've seen the potential when I came through there, so I get it. It's no harm. And I'd be an A side. I easily be an A side, but I don't want to take too much of the show talking about that. One thing I was thinking though, yo, boom, you're supposed to go in and take the champ. AJ said that, but listen, sometimes you got to retool your plan. You know what I'm saying? He tried to run down and fuck one, and he ended up having to walk down the second time. So the key is, man, and I think everybody from where they from, like, yo, remember we be like, I'll be right back? Like, yo, I'll be right back, right? What that mean when somebody say they'll be right back? Francis, Ness, either one of y'all tell me. Something happens, something go down. Nigga be like, yo, I'll be right back. What that mean?
That mean that
get the strap. They going to get the strap. I'll be right back. I'm either going to pop. If he a poppy, he pop in the trunk for a battle of machete. If he a black guy, he might shoot your ass. You know what I'm saying? So you better be careful what you doing.
This is what we waiting for from Wilder. We want him to come back, even if he come back with a blade, come back with a tire iron. You gotta be right back,
bruh.
You gotta be right back. He ain't right back. So look, Joshua, he came back. Even if he came back with help and they jumped dude, he came back. You gotta come back.
Yeah.
The get back is better than the setback, and that's the emphasis of boxing, not just the individual. I could care less about the individuals personally, but this is the pride of the fighting, man.
Yo, you get in an argument, somebody say, I'll be right back. You better get low. If
you better definitely get low. What? You be like, yo, mama, yo, I'll be back, yo. I'll be back. Yo, you gonna be right here? I'll be back.
I'm like, yeah, I'm be right here as I'm remote starting my car. You crazy, man.
I don't know about you, but it happened to me a few times over here, man. You playing basketball and dudes is hooping at the court. Everybody at the court, dudes is hooping, and some stupid foul happening, argument happened, and dude just, walk out from the game, gone to the car, basketball shoes and all. Gone to get the blicky, man. Came back.
Bruh, it's funny as hell you said the blicky. Yo, I seen that Shade Room shit with 6ix9ine and Meek Mill. Man, 6ix9ine out here clowning, man. He clowning. He's everything. Like, he's showing everything that he do is truly for the grand. He retarded, man. I've been stopped even paying attention. He terrible, man.
Who is that?
Yeah. I used to like him, man. And he's just out of control now. Like, he's never gonna stop being a troll. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. He's fucking before he was on that bullshit with the fans. Like, yeah, I'm good.
It gets corny when all you do is troll people, man. But Adrian, what up? Adrian! Oh my God, imagine you hear that shit, Adrian. You better not. I mean, even though Rocky heard it when he won, but
the battle of the bodies, man.
You know what I mean? The battle. That's what they saying in the Border Wars chat. Adrian versus Ant is the battle of the bodies. But nah, see, Ant is more than body though. Come on, man. We know he's more than body.
Y'all hear me?
We hear you. We hear you.
What up?
Yeah, shit. No, just in here training, bro. Got some pad work in. Now we getting our conditioning in. Yeah, man, I've been hearing that Yo Adrian shit forever, man. But the fucked up part is, Rocky's my favorite movie series. I got, the box set at my crib, the gold edition. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it is what it is, What's the topic today? I was training, so I kind of just caught the end of the show.
Wilder came out yesterday on Matty Watson, but Matt Watson's Instagram live and did an interview with him, and he said that the fights he wants are Tyson, AJ, and Ruiz.
All right. So I think that he should take Ruiz first. I think that he needs that tune-up. He needs kind of a short guy. And I think Ruiz is a dangerous fight for him. But, I mean, I think Tyson Fury, he needs to take a step back from that. As much as I'd like to see him get back and knock that motherfucker out, it is what it is. I think he needs to step back and fight a different style and get that confidence.
Mr. TBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. TBC, baby. Yo. What's up, Ness, my nigga? What's up, Francis? My nigga.
What's happening?
Yeah, man. I watched all that stuff yesterday. Let me get both my boomies back to back because eventually I have to go back into work. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna be real with you. When I was watching that interview, like that dude knew how to stop Deontay Wilder talking. He like, hey, hold on. Let me say one thing. You know, I was like, I thought that was kind of funny because Deontay Wilder does go on a ramble. You ask him, you know, how many family members you have, he'll talk about, you know, eventually lead to what sports he played and stuff. But I definitely believe his three fight list is legit. Hopefully, AJ Tyson Fury takes the fight because I've been hearing a lot of news that he could be vacated and stuff like that because he's obviously not taking the rematch. And I'll hopefully while AJ stays, you know, perfect when it comes to fighting people because obviously it wasn't for and Ruiz. That was funny, Nash. You said he gonna pop the trunk. Yeah, man. That's my call, really, man. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. Shout out to Tyson Fury. Hopefully the fight happens, just like Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. That's my call.
Hopefully, man. Right. Hopefully, man. It's crazy. I've been doing this shit for so long, and that's just the story of boxing. That the fight that you want, it's a maybe. It's always a maybe. Can it happen? Is it gonna be allowed to happen? Elijah.
Yo, what's good, Naz? You right?
What up?
Yeah, I just want to make a few things clear, like on a humble level. Look, we genuinely, from the bottom of our hearts as UK people, we don't care about Wilder. You like to twist and manipulate this narrative that all we do is talk about him, we fancy him. He's blocking Undisputed. Once he's out of the way, you'll never hear a UK caller talk about him. He's irrelevant. You know what I'm trying to say? You've spun a narrative well for a couple of years, but we don't care about him. You know what I'm trying to say? And you try and manipulate English fans talking about AJ.
Can I ask you one question?
No, because let me finish, then you can ask a question, yeah?
Okay.
You say AJ was scared and he's all of this stuff. Look, he won the fight. He had to do what he had to do. So when he fights the elite fight, he'll fight like a crazy man. But when he's fighting these lower tier people, he's got to do what he's got to do. But you Americans manipulate it. Wilder wins no rounds, gets bullied, then he knocks someone out. You call him a king.
All right, that's your time, Elijah. So now can we have a conversation?
If you let me speak when it's my turn, we can have a conversation.
Sure.
Go on,
so the first question is there another top 3 universal fighter that you don't respect and that you think is irrelevant?
I understand what you're doing. I understand the narrative you're trying to spin, but I don't really want to answer.
Is that a narrative or is that fact?
It is because you're saying because Wilder's free. Let's look at the other divisions. Each division is its own separate thing. Wilder's there because he held the WBC hostage for however long he had it. That's why he's there.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is there another number 3 that you think is shit? Because you think you're just saying Wilder's only there because he had the belt hostage. He's not there because he's actually a good enough fighter to beat the rest of the people under him.
Can I answer? I answer?
Of course.
Do you know what you and everyone else in America has been doing is saying Wilder will beat so and so. Wilder will knock out Ruiz. Wilder will knock out Parker. Wilder will knock out White. Fight them. Okay. Then I can tell you as an honest human being that Wilder's top 3. Right now, I don't rate him. Respect. He's beat Ortiz. That's all he's beaten.
Elijah.
Beat someone else.
Elijah, that's respect, right? But what we do have is common opponents, right? You have plenty of common opponents, right? And Wilder has shown you that he can handle that common opponent in a completely different fashion from other heavyweights facing him, right?
Who?
Okay, we're going to get up to his resume. I just want to screen share so that the listeners can follow along with us. Looking at Deontay Wilder's resume, no one else other than he and Steve Cunningham were able to knock down Tyson Fury. And no one else other than he was able to knock down Tyson Fury in that fashion. That's one thing. That's one.
Can I answer now?
Okay, that's one common opponent. Go ahead.
So you're reaching that much that you're looking at a knockdown.
So
this is what you've resorted to.
No.
This is what you've resorted to.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. I'm replying to you. You're saying you're stretching that much. You're resorting to a knockdown. Come on, let's
wait a minute. So excuse me, Elijah. I thought we were talking real boxing, right? And in boxing, there is the knockout, which is the ultimate, and the knockdown is the second, and then the UD is next, and then the majority decision, and then the split decision, and then the draw. Or do you not know boxing and you have it in a different order? Please give us the order.
Do you know what you've just listed? The last 10 seconds was just sadness. You have resorted. You understand what you're doing.
Elijah, I'm trying to give
you... You're talking about someone getting dropped.
Elijah, I'm trying to give you ample time, and I'm trying to have a real discussion.
You're not giving me nothingness. You're not giving me anything.
All right, I tried. I just wanted to talk to a UK dude and see could we get logic, but you don't want to debate logically.
Yes, as usual, it's UK people with no logic, but Americans, you have the most logic. I get it.
Well, you're the one not answering the questions.
I have answered it. I've said you're reaching, talking about knockdowns and this. Give me something better.
Okay, when you said I was reaching, my next response was, is not the order knockout, knockdown, right? UD, like what do you value? What is it that you value?
Oh, Ness, if you want to go to the next caller, go on, because you're talking about irrelevant stuff right now.
All right, thank you. You know, I just want to debate. You know, I want to find out. How is it that Deontay Wilder, out of all the fighters in the world, how is it that he is universally number 3 and 2, but he's not respected and he's shit and he's a bum and he held the title hostage, but you can't debate? You laugh and you say next question, or you don't want to answer, or you're resorting. Listen to what he said. He wants to belittle that I brought up a knockdown. Now think about this, ladies and gentlemen. How is Deontay Wilder knocking down the number 1 heavyweight in the world not a topic of discussion? Is knocking down a fighter not something that is appealing and something that the television networks and fight fans want alike?
Absolutely.
So why is it that he is trying to act like I'm being illogical? You're showing that your UK estrogen doesn't allow you to debate like a man. Wow. I'm sorry. I tried to give you time. I didn't curse at him. I didn't cut him off. I apologize when I accidentally cut him off. They can't debate. They can't debate. It's sad. I want a challenge. Challenge me. Show me that Wilder is shit. Show me that that a number 3 universal is a bum. Show me. Challenge me. Where are the challenges, man? Jeez.
That is hard. Do you know what I mean?
JT, New Orleans, you rocking out?
JT, what up?
JT.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it? How can this mother? Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, what's up, Ness?
What up, champion?
What up, Brad? Yeah, Elijah, man, he been a troll. I ain't gonna disrespect the dude, but it's always constant bias with them guys and stuff like that. This the same guy Elijah was up and Dylan White that just got knocked his legs got bent backwards by an old 40-year-old Russian. But I mean, it's funny he sit there and say Deontay Wilder been holding the belt hostage for so long, but he been fighting top contenders for the belt. I mean, Anthony Joshua never wanted to fight Ruiz or Ortiz. Oh, he wanted to fight him after he got knocked out twice or one time by Deontay Wilder. Man, get out of here. But back on the topic, I like, if I had to pick the order that Deontay Wilder should fight, I still want him to fight Tyson Fury. I still think he got a chance on winning that fight. Then fight Andy Ruiz, and then fight Anthony Joshua. If that was the pick. Dillian White is not in the top 3. I don't see what's so big about that fight. That's just another knockout for Deontay Wilder, because eventually Deontay Wilder just go catch him and knock him out. And that's what's consistent on Dillian White's resume, where we know he's knocked out. He's been knocked out.
Cut it. Rue, you should strike that. You should retract your message, which you're more than capable of doing, because I never said Vlad was a bum. I said it's questionable. I questioned whether or not he was an all-time great. And I kept asking Spencer for the definition of all-time great. So, you should really delete your message. That shit is unfair. I killed him. He tried to discredit Vlad after the Fury, and then all of a sudden forgot he had to give AJ credit for beating him. You understand? So that's not true. I got shows out there a year ago or two when Mike was on the show where we did a show that if Vlad come back, Wilder should have fought him. So I have no clue. I'm never trying to retire a fighter. The way I want the fighter to retire is by another fighter, at the hands of another fighter. B-Hop had to be retired at the hands of Joe Smith Jr. CYP, good morning, man. It's crazy, bruh. I just had to delete this other CYP. I knew that wasn't true. Crazy. Yo, I can't even. Yo, who's hated more, Wilder or CYP? Y'all putting them on the Wilder level? Jeez Louise. Somebody woke up. I bet you it was the same dude, so I can't tell that who it is. But whoever it is, he even paying a troll, y'all. This is how far these UK estrogens, man. My man is paying a troll, man. Jeez Louise. I haven't even unlocked it. Every time I do a Wilder show, I gotta do members only. And I'm still getting trolled now. Like, this dude just is wow. Hey, Mitty, I hate that you fall in that bracket, man. Mitty is so not like y'all. Mitty's more like AJ. Should I say DeGale? His career didn't finish well, Mitty. Fuck. Because then AJ's got the Ruiz, Mitty. I mean, you do have a loss too, but it wasn't knockout. I think you lost by decision, right? Once upon a time, they got you when you were still wet behind the ears, man. Mitty wasn't ready for that fight. It was bad management. It wasn't that the guy was better by any means,
I am the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
I know you're booing me because I whipped the fighter's ass, but that's boxing.
On this side of the pond, we're serious, do you know what I mean? UK Great Britain boxing is on the map.
Oh God, I feel terrible. I feel terrible that I'm living in your red rent free.
Hey, yo, Ness, what up? What's going on, man?
What up,
hey,
Eddie?
I can tell you, man, they robbed me, man. They robbed me. I beat him in a rematch, man.
There you go.
But now, like, I had to drop out for a little bit, like, because, I had, like, a conference call at work. But you started off the show on fire, man. What's going on, man?
I just feed off the chat, man. I feed off the chat. I thought we were just going to talk about the possibility of these 3 fights and how would they play out. And then you got guys that just, You know,
Yeah,
you're a fighter, man. You're a fighter, so like you respect another fighter, and I just wish that fight fans. That's why we do Border Wars, but I don't want to get long winded. I just wish fight fans learned how to respect, because it's like we're trying to talk about a universal top 3 or number 2 fighter, and you know every chance you get, or someone gets, a troll gets, a caller gets, they're saying he's finished, he's a bum, he's irrelevant.
But
And
my
it's like,
brother, like, hey, you shouldn't get like too hung up on that. Like, fighters don't even get hung up too much on that. Like, so Floyd said it best. Like, we all love Floyd, right? You know, one day they hate you, the other day they love you, man. But both days you get paid. So, like, the hate is part of it. Fighters like feed off it sometimes. Like, it motivates some of them. Like, it makes for a better comeback. Let it happen, man. Like, it's all opinion. It's frustrating sometimes because when it's like someone that we care about. But like I said, it's part of the game. Don't you think that AJ gets some hate? Oh, every single fighter gets hate. Even like the nicest dudes. Andre Ward gets hate. Hey, all of them.
I don't know. I think AJ has gotten hate and AJ gets hate. But on this particular channel, I think that hate has dissipated. I think the only criticism he gets...
It's cyclical, brother. It's cyclical, brother. Like, that's what it is. I told you about a cycle before when, fights get announced. But that's the same thing for a career, man. Like, when you're just coming up, like, some people will get behind you, build you up. Others will see a threat and they'll start just talking smack. And then they're waiting for your downfall. When your downfall is there, they'll kick you, some of them. And it all depends on how you react. You also don't need to give them ammunition, man. Like, if you don't give them ammunition,
I just like exposing them. I like exposing them because they get brave to call in, and then the rest of the world can hear exactly who they are, how they sound, and their name.
Yeah, but that's your platform. That's why people like your platform, man. Like, I don't really care. Like, so, like you said, when I listen to the show, I don't take anything personal. I just find it funny, like how people react and stuff like that, right? So everyone has the right to their opinion, and you give them that platform. So like you can't get mad at that, and then let them do it. Like, the same people are the same people that ask for selfies for those fighters when they see them in the streets. Are the same people that just hold respectful with them, and it's just how they feel today. Yeah, man, it's the game, man. That's why we like it, man.
Yo, so
hey, what do you think about the fights then? Like, so don't talk about the troll. Like, what do you think about those fights? Like, he said what? Like, that he wants to get them at some point, right?
Honestly, for me, there was a point where I said Wilder beats all of them, right? And now he didn't beat Fury, and it doesn't look like he can unless the allegations are true, and they go in that fight with some good gloves, and there's no excuses. I would love to see Fury, go to the middle of the ring and say, any excuses today, Wilder? Like the same way Antonio Tarver did to Roy Jones, and finish it,
Hey, let me tell you, like, there is enough time. Like, all of those fighters, I keep saying that, right? The only one that I truly believe is close to retiring is Fury, because like when he says something, he say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do what I need to do, and then I'm off." Right? But the others, there's enough time for them to meet each other at least like twice, all of them, right? And I want to see all those fights. And I'm like you. There was a point in time where I was like, you know what? AJ beats all of them, but I was proven wrong. AJ on his bad day, or AJ with the right style, can get beaten.
Yeah.
Like someone who's got faster hands.
I was proven wrong. I was proven wrong. I thought I always used to tell y'all, y'all don't see what I see in sparring. And until Fury learned how to roll with the right. He learned how to roll.
There's
with
always
the
someone.
crazy,
and that's the thing. Like, in this world, especially in boxing where you just organize, there's always someone that has something for your style. And that's what, if it was like Wilder winning every day, all the time, there's no point of watching this stuff. If it was like AJ winning all the time, there's no point of watching it. You want to see that style that will just challenge him. You want to see him just like, getting some setback, bounce back, come back. And yeah, man, that's the sport, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing interesting in show outcome all the time, right? So, and it's a fair fight, man. Yes.
Upsets are definitely better for the sport. They're more exciting, but
also for the fighter, for the development.
But they also, man, they throw a monkey wrench in this shit, man.
It does, but it doesn't matter. It don't mean that you're done. Like it doesn't mean that you're done. Except like if you lost at the very end of your career or there's like injuries or stuff like that, it just means that you now realize that there's someone who overall is not better than you, but at one thing is better than you, and if you can capitalize on that, it will beat you. So it's up to you. Just go and take that tool away from them. Like look at the toolbox. Say, oh, okay, that tool is too sharp for me. No problem. I'm gonna take it away from you. And that's what we say, when they say, oh, AJ didn't go and like not to do that. At some point, you have to realize and to be humble enough and say, you know what? My hands are not faster than him. I can never be faster than him, like on the inside. What's the point of going in there and just doing this? I'm going to take that tool away from him and beat him the way I know how to. And then just move on. Like, now it's up to Ruiz to just come back next time they meet and say, okay, cool. I learned something in that second fight. And I'm not going to allow you to just keep me at the end of your punches. I'm just going to quicken my feet or whatever, right? So, yeah, that's the beauty of the game. You play chess, man. It's strategy, man. Like, find a weakness and exploit it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But it's hard, man. Yeah. Fucking Ruiz. You see, for me, as a known AJ detractor, I hate that win for AJ for two reasons. One, he did the exact same thing he criticized Tyson Fury for doing in the Vlad fight. And then two, I don't have a definitive answer. I don't know if
brother.
No, let me just finish. Like I don't have a definitive answer. I'm not sure if AJ can beat Ruiz or if Ruiz beat himself because he came in 286 pounds. What if he would have been in the shape he was in the first fight? Maybe he would have been able to cut the distance.
I hear you, but those are the intangible that you can't do anything about, right? Like, so when there's a fight of that magnitude and stuff like that, you expect like two guys to come, prepared to the best of their ability. If that wasn't the case, and maybe that wasn't the case, okay. But there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah. And like I said, maybe we're going to see that fight again. Now Ruiz has understood, he's learned the lesson. You can't just be like, taking things so lightly, especially when there's the biggest things at stake for you. And he's changed. He's moved on to the Canelo team, so hopefully you'll never see him do that again. But the reason why we hate, like, my fighter lost and all those things, it's got nothing to do with the fighters. It's got a lot to do with us as fans and our egos. We're more interesting to tell people that, you see, I know my shit. I was right. Like, and that's what those people are doing. Their egos are hurt, right? So they want to just like save face, they clown, they just do all those things. Or their ego is boosted. And they say, you see, I told you so. It's just momentarily, man. Like, let them shine for 5 minutes. And, Wilder will shine over time. AJ will shine over time. No one knows like any of those guys on the chat, right? Do they have a box rank? No. Like in 20 years, will they talk about them? No. People will talk about Wilder. People will talk about AJ. So let it happen and enjoy it, man. That's the way I see it, anyway. But as far as like those matchups are concerned, I believe like Wilder beats Ruiz, for example. I still believe AJ beats Wilder. And the Fury one, I don't know, man. Yeah.
You're crazy, man.
Yeah, that's what I believe, man. I don't know.
But you know what? If he can hit Wilder with a right hand in a similar play, and where Fury landed it when he got hit behind the head, back of the head, ear area, that shit fucked him up.
And again, why can he not do that? Like, we've seen like other guys maybe less like heavy-handed, or their records suggest that they're less heavy-handed.
I mean,
Land shots. It
it's
didn't
just-
mean that they finish him, but they landed shots. So why
I
can't
think
they
it's
land these shots too?
it's more difficult. Fury had the advantage of being taller and landing that shot over the top. Where Ruiz, right? He's a guy that throws right and left back hooks. You know what I mean? So that's why he had success with AJ. But AJ is more technical. He shoots the right hand. So look at how he did with Martin. Like, he's so straight with his right hand that he'll hit Wilder.
Nasty, man.
Yeah, he's good with the uppercut, but I guess you got. I mean, I wasn't factoring in the uppercut. I didn't even think he could knock out Wilder with an
his
uppercut.
uppercuts are nasty. But like, hey, like I feel like he could do it. But again, it's just opinion, and that's why I still want to see that fight. And trust me, like same thing happened. I keep telling people I was in the building when AJ lost to Ruiz. Man, I didn't go home and cry. I went partying, bro. Don't worry about it.
But you different, man. You different. You come to America. You have American friends. You are a fighter, semi-pro. You deal with pros. You're a dieter. You're built different, bro. And you're really from France.
Hey, according to you, when I listen to you, like it seems like we're all the same. As long as you cross that pond, man, whether you Eastern European,
everybody's
France,
different. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. It's just I feel like I said it in the show. Like, I do generalize when it comes to that, but I understand that there's obviously there's different. Look at Tyson. He's from over there, and he's definitely not. He's a fighter, man. He's a fighter.
Yeah.
So,
No,
look,
but
Brotherhood
I like
said
those
rabbit
things,
punch. Did you think that was a rabbit punch? Two of them. It was two of them, huh? No,
they may have been like
no one
that
talks
straight,
about that, man.
No, they may have been one that straight like south, behind the back, right? But then at the same time, I don't think it's aim for that. Like usually it's when a fighter just like is under pressure, just taking combination, they will turn their head a little bit. You can't do anything around, against that.
He did turn his head. He did turn his head.
And you can't do anything. You can't do it, and that will happen. So, but most of the blows landed in like spots where it was legal. I don't think there was like that a lot of rabbit shots there. And like I said, maybe one or two straight like behind the back, but I think he turned his head.
All right, Mitty, let me get to some other callers. And for those haters out there, Mitty gets all the time in the world. He's our UK host who's hiding from being a UK host. He's the only dude that's been able to not get upset on the panel. So he gets extra time. But we might end this, not might, if I don't get to everybody, it's because I am on a time limit. I have an appointment. So it is what it is. But I'm going to go to all callers. I'm not going to talk. And we're going to get to everyone who is up. Keem in Florida, are you available? Actually, hold that thought. Lids low. Ringer, are you available?
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't no
swing,
hard
man.
buttons. You boxing motherfucker like this.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game. This a dollar bill. Skill. Up here. You gotta get out and think a motherfucker. That's what
BoxingVoice.com.
TBV, what's happening, man?
What up? What up?
Man, everything, coach, man. Shout out to y'all boys, man. I'm gonna make it simple. Wilder, I would say his order should be, I guess he gotta get that Fury shit up out the way. Then after that, if AJ will give him a match, he can fight AJ and leave Andy for last. Nothing against Andy, but them other two fights we've been wanting to see. Shout out to Border Wars and all their participants. Ness, what them tickets looking like?
$50. $50. I went to the gym and we talked, and I forgot fucking to ask for the capacity. But Jordan, pound for pound, I know you listening, you going. Don't forget to remind me to talk to Kid Kelly today about the capacity.
I bet. Well, I've been saying I'm coming there. I'm goddamn coming. If I stand outside,
Don't worry. You on the pre-sale list. I know you good. You've been wanting to come, like the JTs, the J Max, and the inner circle. I know y'all on the pre. So no matter what's the limit. You guys should be able to make the cut, and then. But I'll find out today. It just slipped my mind. Anybody listening that has my number, you can also text me and remind me at around 6:30. Like, yo, don't forget to ask for the capacity. You can hit me up on Instagram. You know, hopefully I'll see that because I do need that.
All right, bet. Appreciate you, Nez. I'm out, man. Y'all stay up. Shout out to Baldy.
Shout out to Baldy. What up? What up? What up? Is this? Let me double check that before I go shouting out names. We're going out to LV Slugger. What's up?
What up? What up?
How are you, brother?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yo, man. Shout out to UK fan called in, man. You know, had a whole show yesterday on the Fury AJ show yesterday. Had a whole show about it yesterday.
And none of them called in.
That's what I'm about to. I don't remember hearing you call in, but you call in on the Wilder show. You find time to call in on the Wilder show and call them irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? That's just funny to me. But yeah, man, I'm just ready to see my boy back in the ring. Any one of these 3 fights, man, I'm happy to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it's them not wanting to fight. I really think it's that arbitration holding everything up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if they could fight, they would have been a fault. You know what I'm saying? I think Fury, Fury the king of tune-up, so I'm pretty sure he'll love to get a tune-up in. You know what I'm saying? So man, hopefully he'll be in the ring soon, man. I'm just ready to see like the top 3 heavyweights mix it up and see who's gonna come out on top, man. But hopefully they'll be in the ring in the next few months. I'm just ready to see how this shit gonna play out. But you say you're gonna be in Atlanta when?
March 6th.
And what y'all just
March 6th. Let me see if I got the information on one of these flyers. Let me see if I can get that now, because if I forget, it's gonna be a wrap. Boom, boom, boom. Dead air. What is up here with the dead air? Let me see. Come on. How you ain't got nothing on your fight card on your Instagram? Come on, champ. Come on, champ. Come on, champ. Come on. See, my boy Petey Pablo Valdez also fighting on that Orlando card. I'm going to that card, man. I'm going to miss a Valdez in them fight, but I got to go to that card. There's going to be some fighters over there that I need to see and build them relationships with. Let's see if Aaron got it. Do Aaron got it? Oh, my God, man. I'm going to have to text him, bro. Let me see if this say it. Nope, that was the Myrtle Beach card. Oh, man. All right, let me see. Nothing in your story either. Sheesh. I'm going to text him then. What the fuck? The 19th. Uh-oh. All right. Let me see. We're going out to Victor in Baltimore. I'm still searching. Victor, what up?
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What's the topic today? I was just like calling in. I don't know what's going on.
The topic is that Wilder did an interview yesterday, said he wants Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Andy Ruiz. Those are the names that he wants at this point.
Oh, nice one. I think he should leave Ruiz, Joshua and Fury alone. You should leave them to fight. He should jump on Ruiz. I'd love to see that fight. Hope he's not just calling out names, so I want to see him fight Ruiz. I think that would be a very, very good statement he needs to make, for his fans to jump on his bandwagon again, because a lot of people are pulling out. If he can knock out Ruiz early, come on. Then he'll be a conversation to get into a fight with Joshua again, or even come back and fight Fury, So that's a good one. If he really serious, he wants to fight those guys, because I don't know, these days everybody call out everybody. We don't see no fight. If they're serious, that's a fight I'd love to see. Wilder knock out Ruiz in round 3, and get a winner between Fury and Joshua.
All right, Vic, thanks for calling in. Yeah, Intrigue, I'm going to be in Atlanta, man. I just hit up Justin from Big Time Promotions to find out the fight card, see if he can send it. I was supposed to receive it already at this point. But till we do, couldn't tell you. But we will be in Atlanta, and, you know, I'm also be in Orlando, you know. I'm trying to get, I know Jordan coming with me for sure. I'm trying to get Keem up in there too. We got Mr. CYP, the most impersonated 2020 caller of the year. Or should I say, we got the most impersonated, aka 2020 caller of the year, aka CYP.
Yo. I want y'all to listen to this, man. And this is some real shit that I'm dropping. But y'all don't get too many athletes who've been world champions to come on here and talk to y'all. And I'm going to tell you, an athlete know when a man is afraid of him or when a man just don't think he's good enough. The reason why we love Lennox Lewis is because when Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Rahman, he ran that back, right? But when he got knocked out by Oliver McCall, it took him 3 years and 4 fights before he fought Oliver McCall again. Why? Because when he got knocked out then, he wasn't as good as he thought he was. He wasn't as confident as y'all wanted him to be. But when he got knocked out by Rahman, he was. See, history's going to tell the truth. When Fury fought Wilder the first time, y'all think he won. But Fury didn't think he won. If Fury thought he won, it wouldn't have took him a year and 2 more tune-ups to get back in the ring with a man with a new coach, with a new team, with a new country. He wouldn't have done all that if he was as good as y'all say he was. History's going to play that just like they played the Oliver McCall and the Rahman losses. Just like they play the Corey Sanders and the LeBron Booster losses. Y'all are mad that Fury actually respects and fears Wilder, and y'all know it deep down inside. Y'all really are upset that Fury is not like AJ, who said, I got my ass whooped, but I want to run that back. Respect to AJ for that. The way he did it, I don't like it. But at least we know he wasn't afraid of Ruiz. Y'all know that Fury is deep down inside afraid of Wilder and needs to be perfect, and have a little bit of cheating in him. Because he said, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to beat the man that y'all call trash, the man that y'all say can't box. Wilder will always be a Mike Tyson figure, and it may not hit y'all now, but later. That's fact.
Cut it.
Twin, Orlando. Yo, Twin, why I walked in the gym yesterday and I felt like this dude that was there was you. And I'm like, yo, let me find out he came to the gym without me and don't even know how I look. Cause I'm waiting for the dude to be like, yo, Ness, I swear to God, he looked like you. So it'll be good sparring. But he's a southpaw. You southpaw?
Nah. I'm off a dog.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Nah, that was me. What's I gonna say? Oh yeah, Wilder, he on the live with what is it, Marcus Wilder, he said he went into the gym when he was 20, but he said something about he was like, I really started when I was 21. I guess he meant amateur fights, he started when he was 21. That's what I was saying. As far as the topic, man, like, you know, that's good, you know, I see his plan. I mean, I would say, yeah, you know, Fury, then Ruiz, and then Joshua. But like right now, that none of those look like their options, bro. Everybody's busy in the heavyweight division. Like Wilder doesn't have no fight. He needed to fight somebody soon, and there's not a lot of names out there. I mean, Charles Martin is a good one, but also what he could do is fight, you know, Tyson Fury's cousin. Maybe get him out the way, right? Fury and knock him out on some casino shit, right? You and your fucking cousin, right? And maybe you get Tyson. They'll be like, yo, you know what? I gotta avenge my cousin's loss or some shit like that, right? I'm just thinking.
Gonna be a tough fight to make, man, because Huey Fury is trained by Peter Fury, who can't get a visa for whatever reason. America won't give him a visa. He's got some sort of record, but that's crazy that they won't even let him get a working visa. I mean, he should be able to at least apply for a working visa. It might be the UK that doesn't let him out, but I know he definitely has that. And remember, we just interviewed Savannah Marshall, and you know, she said that her trainer could never go to America. So I don't know. That's her trainer is Peter Fury.
One Why is that? You got legal issues or something?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn! Wow. What's I gonna say? Nah, yeah, that's about it on that topic. It's just I think Wilder needs to fight somebody soon, bro. He been out for a year. How long is it gonna be before he fights somebody that's gonna be available? It's gonna be too long. I think he needs somebody. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was going to the Havoc
Oh, you should
card.
go. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for sure.
Yeah, how much the tickets though?
I don't know, but they can't be. You gotta find $25 tickets in that motherfucker. Come on.
Yeah. Where y'all gonna be at?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten my information for credentials, but
Okay.
I'm gonna be roaming the floor. I'm gonna be walking
I got you.
around.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try to make it for sure. That was the plan, so
Yeah,
I'll probably see y'all out there.
yeah, that'll be cool.
Alright.
Definitely meet up. Bring that fire. Yo, we going to Big Nick. 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 Okay. See? That's everybody. Call us on the next one. All right? That is everybody. I think it's everybody. All right. Catch us on the next one. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Peace.